are we doing now? Ah, we're checking the car. The lorry.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying.
The lieutenant peeks inside. Try to peek in the window.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of a seat and two steering levers. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them.
Oh, I need to do one thing, or I'll end up playing forever. Posters cover the small windows.
It feels like you're peeking into someone's home residence. Inside it's private, cozy, warm, dusty too.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
How are we going to get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Tool not equipped. Okay. Leave. Bum, 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 bum.
This screen found A to Z Contemporain is parked in the shadow of the... With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar. A glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, lorry cabin.
Smash it. Say, fuck the police, and then smash it. Say, welcome to Revachol, window, and smash it. Let's say that.
The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
Subtle.
Says the lieutenant, and sticks his hand in the window like a common car thief, and then opens it.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
I wonder if I'll get a stronger crowbar from this.
There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be.
Admire the posters.
These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
Stop and wonder, what's that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Grenade number 5.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheathed dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. A feeling of tenderness washes over you. A longing even, perhaps. And gentle tragedy. Wait, this actress really does look a lot like Claudia. She may have been right about this ruby after all.
Enough of the posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat.
Examine the radio.
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
The lieutenant leans closer to the radio and hums.
It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together.
Why would anyone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV.
He flicks a switch on the radio.
Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite a range too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least, perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
What else is here?
The ghostly actresses, and the rusty toolbox under the driver's seat, and the oddly bulging seat cover.
Damn, I really want to go in this toolbox. Check the pedals.
You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown there by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Why would anyone glue a piece of sandpaper to the gas pedal?
Sandpaper? A novel technique. Must be to offer some extra grip to the driver's foot.
The lieutenant repeats. The sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Okay, that's actually good for us.
Yes?
He likes where this is going.
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
One of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching.
The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lens. So Ruby really is running a complex operation out of her lorry.
At least we can now ask Titus some concrete questions about it.
The movie stars are still smiling from the walls. The radio transmitter sits on the center console and a faint smell of perfume is in the air.
We're gonna talk to that guy again, because I think he said that she wasn't there. Pull out toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper.
Unfold the newspaper.
It's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages.
Pick up the note.
It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system. These formulas look oddly painful. Maybe it's the hangover, but they give you a headache.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
His foot trails off. Push in the pull-out notebook. Toolbox.
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The rest is as it was. Posters, a radio, dust on the windows.
Hey, peel off the cover on the passenger seat.
Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen.
Bonne prise.
Bonne prise. The lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure, well worn and folded into neat squares. Fold open the topmost map.
This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting onto the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock, and this person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the mass of brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield.
Where does the road lead?
To Kuron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road.
Fold open the second map.
This municipal map from the 30s displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a sub-district called the Pox, old military hospital, right adjacent to the 41st precinct.
I was talking about that. What the hell is municipal? Sounds like what, this municipal map? I don't know. Like solo map? I don't know. Of municipal of or belonging to a town or city. I see.
Municipal.
Interesting.
No
I have a
storm
word for
will
that.
ever drown Revachol, the great solution to the riddle of history.
No storm will ever drown Rivershaw.
Wind rips through the empty hallways of the once great military hospital, now just a ruin under an overgrown park. Beneath the hospital, great sewer tunnels hum and vibrate with life of their own.
What is that sound? Look at the third map. What is that sound? I think I get to do all of these.
The rattle of motor carriages and lorries driving through long forgotten tunnels, lit by gaslights.
Look at the third map.
The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pen, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Despite the cold, figures move about cloaked in shadow, their breath escaping in white clouds that fade into the darkness. Wherever you look, the night gives cover to her messengers.
Where are they going? Are they saying there's a bunch of tunnels underneath this place? Or am I way off? Where are they going?
They travel from eminent domain to perdition and onto the main, over the River Esperance, on Route 881 to the Old South. The exit ramp is supposed to be shut down, but there's much activity. The road spreads like the tentacles of a great octopus.
What does all this mean?
It means that the smugglers are secretly using the motorway to transport their goods and materials. They've infiltrated the East Motor Tract, most likely. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them.
Where does the contraband end up?
Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it.
Besmerti? That sounds vaguely familiar. Does it?
The Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo-tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names like La Puta Madre and Aura Masta, it's a dark parody.
Puta. Who do you think is behind this?
It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. Here's bad news. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Especially bad news for cops who may have something in their past they don't even know is there.
Calm down. Return the stack of papers under the seat.
Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lorry and pick these up later.
The lieutenant nods.
The stack of maps looks
Close
and
the
closed the
door.
rusty old lorry door.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
He steps away from the lorry. Before we return to Joyce. Who's Joyce again? The lady on the radio.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Listening in on your calls between you and your station, a worrying prospect.
Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it's Ruby's cabin we found. This is an undeniable connection to the Union.
Classier might have been right about Ruby. She looks awfully a lot like one of the poster girls in the cabin. The Union really is in neck deep with everything around here, isn't it? Will the RCM open an investigation into this? Just say the Union.
One way or another, they seem to be. Logistically, if nothing else. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition.
Alright, let's say Classier might have been right.
Perhaps you're right. This is one connection I find a little dubious, to be honest. I prefer not to profile people's emotions. Perhaps it's because I'm not very good at it, but still.
Actually, he's not bad at it at all.
Will the... wait. He stops to think, I see. Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
He stops to think. What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madrid grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
He nods. Okay, debrief over.
Debrief over. After you.
He nods. Wondering if I should go back to that fat guy.
Right to what?
These guys are still here.
Hold on, wandering man.
Okay. I want to see what my new perception might find. A giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. Our friend is gone.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it.
Oh, that was different. René left his uniform neatly folded on the table.
Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, A conflict of honor? It's up to you.
Take the uniform.
I suppose René is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
He studies the uniform. It's needed for work and all that. This is gonna this is gonna take my shit to the next level.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
Leave. Oh my god. Sheesh. Revacholian nationhood. Royal Carabinier pants reaction speed. Did I get that too? Don't know. Possibly. A beautifully adorned jacket of the Royal Carabiniers has 3 stars on its shoulders. And the word captain. 3 stars on its shoulders, okay. And the word captain written on the chest, neatly patched here and there. It's impossible not to feel love for the fatherland when you wear it. The Royal Carabinier pants. These pants are made from synthetic lightweight fiber and designed to let the Carabinier's legs and groin breathe. Red stripes are there to inspire courage, while the golden stripe symbolizes the patriotic flame in the wearer's heart. What is this? I got this wrong. I think that woman gave it to me. 8-eyed Teraton tie. A slender bolo tie held together by an antique clasp in the shape of a bird's skull. The skull features 8 cavities for eyes. It's disturbing, but you can't look away. How do I go down here? Oh, I don't go down here. My bad. I want to open this.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Huh? I can try it again. Rhetoric. Let me see. Let me see if I can, get some boosts here. -1 rhetoric. That's it. What did I change? My shirt? I'm gonna take that off. Is any of this hurting me? Minus logic, +1 rhetoric. Okay. Let's see the percent.
You're back before the cargo container.
28.
Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna go up by much. If I boost this. don't think it will go up by much if I take a smoke. Damn, I need to buy some more smokes. I don't want to screw that chick up. Let's get more rhetoric cloves. We'll get some more rhetoric cloves and then try again. What was I wearing? What was I wearing underneath? Just don't know. I was probably wearing this. Wonder if I can lie to this guy. This is not a fishing rod, is it? It's...
Mr. Dubois, every worker, member of the board. How can I help you today?
I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes, your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
He adjusts his glasses.
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
I mailed the signatures you asked me to get.
No, you didn't. I know the mailman, Harry. I know everyone and everything that happens in this town, and I know there's no letter in that mailbox yet.
He waves you off with a chuckle.
Just like I know you'll get it done. Once you stop horsing around, let me know when it's done.
What will happen to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Let's change the topic.
By all means, Harry.
Alright, let's get out of here. How do I get out? Ooh, I don't want to roll on that steel door. I feel like there's something juicy in there. There's someone in there, man. So I need more cloves. I need to get some smokes too. Dying for a smoke. Can I teleport from here? Come on, get me out of here. Let's get these smokes.
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer.
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Smokes extra.
Here you go, mister.
Leave. The yellow roses in the window. Those aren't the flowers that were left for class yet. See how much money we get.
The tear machine stands and your bottles clunk.
It's horrible. Okay, so... go back to the church. I don't really remember my my objective. Am I doing something new with the traps? Confront the Hardy Boys, yes, I want to do that. Yeah, I gotta restock the traps. Alright, let's do that and then go talk to the Hardy Boys. One time. You're going the right way? You can go in the wrong way. No, I'm going the right way.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but they're still in there. This isn't the empty trap. That one was by the canal.
Oh, I only need to do it to 1? That's good news. That's good news. This is the one.
The trap stands empty amongst the reeds, powdered with snow. No insect sounds or movement around. Only the reeds' melancholy rustling.
This was the one.
Fantastic.
The lieutenant looks at the familiar contraption and shrugs. Release the locusts into the empty trap.
The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to, but if there is one more cryptozoological runaround, he must force the investigation back on track. This better be it.
Thank you, Kim. Can I tell you? No, I don't understand exactly how that works. Hey, officer, got a minute? Hey.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
The racist told us where her cabin is. We only searched it.
Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who tell on her. But is she in trouble?
He leans in. No trouble. She's going to be fine. There's going to be an investigation. Sorry, man. I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
He lets out a whistle, looking about 10 years older suddenly. No need for you to do anything. Don't worry. The police are looking into it. The last thing we need is more civilians involved.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway? Alright, I had another question actually.
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The thought lightens him up. Why Tommy Leham?
Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
He shrugs in a what can you do manner.
It's more him.
Alright, I had another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Oof. We'll try that another time. That's all for now, bye. Try that another time. I need some rhetoric clothing. Alright, you lying son of a...
The Copper NATO is back. What do you want?
Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
He leans back, unruffled.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock?
He points south.
We know Ruby was the driver. We know that's your affiliation with her. Detective, you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
He taps on his notebook. You're right. There is no local drug trade except you, Pointed Titus. No, do the honor. You've earned it. Not at the lieutenant. Let's let the lieutenant go.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
He turns to face the man.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
He rubs his jaw, smiling.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
What? He grins. This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there. There's still plenty of drugs out there. In fact, I have some in my bloodstream right now. Let's say that.
Enjoy your shitty ride, junkie cop. We still have it under control. All you're doing is contributing to the local economy. It's just a little hitch.
Yeah, there's always gonna be little sprouts. People find a way to make coin, but that's the little picture. Hardy boys are taking care of the big picture.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Yourself. And what about this Ruby? Is she the 840 who runs this thing for you?
You sure do love long walks through Theory Town, don't you? Well, I'm thirsty now. Thirsty for beer. Got any less theoretical questions, Cobb?
The big guy asks, straightening his cap.
He doesn't let it show, but must be a little impressed. You've put a lot of things together, fast.
I'm going to take off now. What? We need to arrest that guy. So, can I report to these guys?
Again?
Alright, chill. I think when I'm in a place that you can teleport to, you can teleport from that place. So, fisherman stocks. I think I want to talk to her next, see what's up. Is this woman still here? I think I'll talk to both of them. The planks creak beneath your weight.